this for now. Yes? Deal?
Yeah,
My two thumbs
yeah.
up are coming up. So whenever I
So
say deal,
I'm
my
going to
thumbs are going up. Okay?
I'm going to start the recording.
Okay. Hey, Anshuman, in between the things, just before you start recording, 1 second, in between the changeovers in the agenda, if you could just do a share your screen or share speaker screen, it'll help me edit the videos better. The editing videos takes a long time if I don't have that markers. Okay, so somehow we have to visually do that. So perhaps we can talk about it offline. But go ahead
Okay.
and do this. We have a busy agenda ahead of us, so I better get this.
One more point here, Anshuman or Ravi.
Yeah.
When I click on record, normally it says you have to get permission from the host. Now it says I can record it. You guys want to set it that
Hey,
only
you
you can
are.
record and not anybody else, unless you don't care.
Yeah, I
We do
think we
care. We do
will
care,
have
and
to look into
Anshuman
that.
will see how that works out. But I think he's made everybody powerful, so we are all producers today, right, Anshuman?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, welcome all. I'm having some computer gremlin issues. It's a Monday. It's May. It's the first week of May, and we are having some gremlin issues. So I hope you don't mind me with my thing being blank out there. I apologize, but I want to welcome everybody. We have a full house already. Welcome to everybody to May 4th, Monday, May 4th. Thank you for joining us. We have a busy agenda ahead of us. I will very soon be following TiE protocol, handing it over to Executive Director before he hands it over to the President. But I'll just walk you through the agenda of Learning Monday today, right? We're going to go through the agenda, state of TiE, what's coming up. And then we have Zina here for 5 minutes with Zina. She's a posture alignment specialist, and she's going to walk us through some nice tips as we sit and work at our computer. Then we're going to have Learning Monday. And you know who our speaker is today? We have a star speaker. He is going to help us improve our LinkedIn profile in the days of COVID. Once and he's, with all this employment stuff going on, Anshuman is going to walk us through how to improve our LinkedIn profile. So that's Anshuman Sinha. He's going to walk us through that. He's an expert in this field. He runs a company that does this. So that's going to be very, very cool. We had a learning series last week with Manish, who walked us through Microsoft also. So this is going to be fun. And then we are going to wrap it up. We are going to have questions and answers and do an open mic around the board and wrap it up. Okay, so exciting series coming up. Over to Mr. Executive Director Anil Ramaneni.
Thank you, Ravi. Hi, good evening. Thanks for joining. And we have a new guest actually from Susan from TiE, New York, joining us. And great to see her here. And also we have a Wednesday seminar coming up on COVID-19 question and answer with physicians, two of them, and it's really good. Looking forward to finding out a lot of answers from those physicians. Here is to Anshuman.
Thank you, Anshuman, on you.
Great. Thank you, everyone. The event number 23 on May 4th. Thank you for joining today. We have Zina Dalla, who will be starting now. So Zina, over to you. And thank you, Suzanne, for joining us today.
Actually, before Zina comes in, we have 3 more minutes. So we're going to go through the gallery out here. We're going to say hi to everybody else, and that'll give us an opportunity to say hi to Suzanne also. So we have some new folks around. So we have 3 minutes. Why don't we very quickly go half a minute around the gallery, say hello to everybody. It's the first day of the week. We'll start with Suzanne, who is new, and 2 people have recognized you. You're calling in from New York. So introduce yourself, and obviously New York. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Suzanne. Welcome to the group.
Yes, I'm Susanna Keith from the New York TiE chapter. Very honored to be here. I thought I would pop in. I saw your agenda. It looks so interesting. And I have a company called Hello Career Guru, and I've been really enjoying the TiE mentorship program and hoping to be an investor at some point myself. But my Hello Career Guru is a career platform to help women advance professionally. It's very timely right now, especially with 30 million being unemployed. And I'm very excited to learn about the LinkedIn program today. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And that was nice, crisp and brief. Welcome. This is every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So hopefully you can join us a lot more, right? So please join us all the time. It's the same Zoom call. Thank you very much. I'll work out my gremlins next time I'm back online. Okay. Thank you for joining us. Next on my gallery, Mo, you have 30 seconds, man. How are you doing, sir? With a bigger microphone, man.
Doing wonderful.
I'm telling you, that microphone keeps getting bigger and bigger.
It does. It does. It gets bigger and bigger, as does the value that these programs provide to us because of you. My name is Mo. I'm just here for the snacks. I'm just here for the chips and the soda. So I'll pass it along. Thank you.
Cool. Man, that microphone is bigger than Larry King's microphone, for God's sake. You know? I'm going to go down the gallery out here. We have another new person, Sriram Somayajulu. Sriram, unmute your phone, unmute your thing. There's an unmute button on the bottom left-hand side. And say hello, where are you calling from and how did you hear about us? I guess Sriram is having some issues. Okay, we'll come back to you, Sriram, okay? Who else is here? Ashok, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm here. Sorry.
There you go, Sriram. Go ahead.
My name is Sriram, and I am a friend of both Anshuman and Anil. I've been here for a year or two now, and I'm looking forward to hear Anshuman's presentation.
Cool.
How to get the LinkedIn profile. Cool. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Please do join us regularly, okay? Everybody else say hello. I'll start with Ashok and then go on to Avi and Vivek. Ashok, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Just busy collecting rent. Some tenants are not paying rent, so we're just working out things with them. But overall, things are pretty good. Staying home, staying away from any coronavirus. That's it. Thank you.
Good to see you online. Avi, very quickly, how are you doing?
Very good, Ravi. Good evening to everyone. So doing good, busy Monday. So catching up all the work, real estate is still doing good.
Awesome. Vivek, how are you doing? How is Naples, right? Florida.
Yeah, it's really good, getting a little warmer, but nice warm.
Excellent.
And my name is Vivek Kashyap, and I run Encompass Effect, which is a personal and professional development company helping organizations get more closer, bringing their employees closer in more trust, creating mindfulness communities there. And I did refine my LinkedIn profile last year. I paid somebody a little bit for some advice. So I'm curious to learn more from you and Anshuman today, how you're going to provide some suggestions. So thanks for that.
Absolutely. Anshuman is fantastic at it. So we're looking forward to it. So to give him maximum amount of Manish, you're next, man. How are you doing, sir? Unmute yourself, please.
Oh, there are two unmutes. Okay, on my mic and Zoom. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see everyone.
Good to see you.
I have put a chat link for tomorrow's webinar on robotic process automation. So
excellent.
This month is very busy for us. We have 9 webinars, 3 with Anshuman. So we'll post more details there, but I hope to see a couple of you on RPA webinar tomorrow at 11:30. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Put it on our WhatsApp site also, okay? I think that's also a good link to put it up, okay? Hawal, what's going on? How are you doing?
Hey, Ravi, how's it going?
Good, thanks, man.
I'm
blind.
Your camera seems to be unplugged. But I'm here enjoying my Monday. Good to be back from the weekend and excited to hear Anshuman's presentation today on LinkedIn. So looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Manmohan just came in. So hi, Manmohan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I love that background. So props to Mr. Hosplay X there. Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, Nita. How are you doing? You want to say something or just wave? Cool. Awesome. Good to see you. Excellent. Hope you're doing well, Nita. Very nice to see you. Over to you. Hey, I missed Pankaj before I go to Zina. Pankaj, what's going on, man? You want to say hi?
Good afternoon. Greetings from Palmdale, California, and welcome to Susanna, my fellow East Coaster.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Hey, Zina.
I think our strategy is working. The East Coast is going to take over SoCal, TiE. So
yeah, it looks like all East Coasters. I got the joke. A little bit slow though. I'm blind, right? So I'm slow and blind today. So hey, Zina, thank you so much for making time. We have you every day, so which is fantastic. We have you 2 days this week and no Thursday, Friday. So it's over to you, Zina.
Hey everyone, I'm Zina Dalla. So for the new people on the call, I see a lot of familiar faces. I'm a postural alignment therapist, and my company is Verticline Posture Coaching. It's pretty relevant right now since we're all in front of screens 24/7. We're not even getting up and walking to our neighbor's office to chit chat with them because we're all in our homes. Did you know that 10 minutes of exercise can increase your focus and attention by between 24 to 36%? So that's what I do. I help people get anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes of exercise a day that's focused on improving their posture, and I help them do that without even having to leave your workstation. So today we are going to work on an exercise for the shoulders. So this one tends to work really well if you have a strap or a towel or even like a magazine that you can use between your hands. So look around you and grab one of those items. If you have a towel or a blanket or t-shirt or jacket or sweatshirt or something that you can put between your hands, that would be very helpful. I'm sorry, let me get myself on view here. Okay, so we're gonna, yes, thank you, that works. But it's something you can just hold on to, okay? And then we're gonna bring one arm. I want you guys to all scoot to the front of your chairs. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground, parallel with the toes facing forward. I see this every time. I say this every time I do this. One arm is gonna go up and one arm is gonna go back. So I'm gonna turn away from the camera so you can see what my hands are doing on the strap or magazine or towel. And as you can see here, my fingers can barely touch, but we are looking to get this stretch. So what's happening here, you're gonna hold it for a minute, so I'll chat with you while you're holding it. Try to get the top elbow as high as you can. Some of you guys are really tight and your arm's out here. So try to get as high as you can. Okay, good. So now while you're here, you're gonna just take deep breaths, and like I said, we're gonna hold it for about a minute because it takes that long for the muscles to stretch out. But what we're doing here is we're working the top arm in external rotation and shoulder flexion. So there's some muscle stretching there. And the bottom arm is working in the opposite. It's working in internal rotation and in shoulder extension. So again, just a different set of muscles that are being stretched here. This is very painful if you're tight in your shoulders or have kyphosis. So that's why I give you the strap, because if you can't touch your hands together, then it just gives you the ability to do this regardless of how flexible or inflexible you are. So we'll do about 10 more seconds. I do this one every day because it helps with my shoulder disparity. What you're gonna see when you switch sides, especially in me, when I turn around, I'm much tighter on one side than the other. And the goal here is to try to even that out. So let's go ahead and switch sides. So now the other arm is gonna go up. And then for me, the right arm is always my tighter arm. I have a much harder time getting that arm into internal rotation and getting it behind me. So I'm gonna back away and so you can see how different I am from right to left. On left, my fingers were able to touch. On right, I can't even get them close to each other. But again, I do this every day, and every day it gets a little easier. And it's usually that the right arm, if the right arm is the one behind your back, on the bottom part, that's the one that's usually tighter if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, then it's going to be a little tighter on the other side. So again, we're holding it for a minute. We're just taking deep breaths in through our rib cage. And that towel is there for you again to help you, get that connection. And as you progress through the stretch, I like to just kind of walk my hands up a little bit closer, because after about 30 seconds, the muscles start to relax and then we can stretch a little deeper. So about 30 seconds in, see if you can walk the bottom hand up a little higher or the top hand down a little lower. We'll do about 10 more seconds. Again, deep breaths, and then go ahead and release. Okay, raise your hand if your bottom arm right was tighter.
I think mine was. By the
Yeah,
way.
raise your hand. Just show me on the screen, right hand. Raise your hand if your bottom arm left was tighter. Interesting. Okay, about 50-50. Well, awesome. So there you go. So this one just takes 2 minutes. Just need to grab your towel, 1 minute on each side. Again, it's really great for evening out right to left shoulder disparity. It helps open up the shoulders, move them into external rotation and internal rotation, so it increases the flexibility of the shoulder joint. And that's all I have for today.
Tina, that's brilliant. That is awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I realize you cannot see me today, but kyphosis is the word of the day for me today.
Yes, kyphosis. Everyone know what that is? Kyphosis is when we're rounded, forward head, and we call that kyphosis, or we call it rounded shoulders, or we call it poor posture. But kyphosis is the technical term.
Hey, I love the technical words. You had awesome technical words. So, Zena, thank you so much. Do me a favor. Put in your website and your ID there on how people can contact you on a regular basis, and that'll be helpful. Okay.
All right, doing it right now.
Awesome. And tell us about your subscription.
Yes, I have a program called the 10-Minute Daily Desk Pain Solution, and it's 6 exercises that take about less than 10 minutes a day, emailed to your inbox every day. I'm offering 2 weeks free right now, and after that it's only $19 a month. It's a great way to make sure, and you get to hear from me every day. You get an email from me every day, and if you don't do your exercises, you get a chat message from me harassing you. So it's a great way to just have someone coach you to make sure you're doing your daily exercises. And again, everything is at your workstation.
And thank you for that. This is the new Peloton thing. I'm addicted to Peloton. I'm a subscriber of yours. I have to update my membership, by the way. So I plan to do that. And she has been awesome to us. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to this all the time. So thank you for that. Okay, cool. Hey, it is Learning Monday. So next on our agenda is Mr. Anshuman Sinha on how to improve your LinkedIn profile in these weird times. So, Mr. President, on to you.
Thank you so much, Ravi, and thank you all of you for being here today to learn something about LinkedIn that I have learned in so many years, and I have been using it. LinkedIn is one of the main platforms that I use on a daily basis to recruit people and to generate net new clients through it. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. So LinkedIn was acquired by Microsoft in 2016 for $26.2 billion. And it has a great reach. So I'm sure, all of you have a LinkedIn profile, or maybe even 2, one for your personal profile and one for your company profile. You can have 2 and you can manage both the accounts with the single user login. One of the questions that I always get is about how good is a premium account. So I have listed some of the premium accounts here, or almost all. You generally don't hear about the LinkedIn RPS, which is not a single user license. It is only being sold to companies, and that is one of the best tool as of now for recruiting companies. But if you have any premium career account or business account, Sales Navigator, which is quite popular, you can certainly generate leads using that. In this picture, you also see some of the demographics, how it is used. So 575 million registered user, 260 million monthly active user. So if you feel that your customers are in this 260 million people who go on LinkedIn almost every day, then you should have a stellar profile to attract them or to message them to generate more business for you. 57% used by men, 43% by women, 51% American with college education uses LinkedIn. And this data is important because if your customer lies into that demography, then certainly LinkedIn is the place to be. Some of the other details are here. I don't have to repeat it. I'll share these slides later. So if you want, you can have it for your future use. This is look at some of the highlighted portion of this graph, and I have given a comparative study with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Ages between 25 to 29, 44% of them are on LinkedIn, and 30 to 49, 37%. So I think my customers are generally in this age group of 30 to 49 and 50 to 64. So I get a major chunk of people who fits those bill, and they are on LinkedIn. $75,000 or more making people are 64% are on LinkedIn. So a big amount, and college educated people 65%. So again, these are some of the numbers which will give you an idea of the reach of LinkedIn. These are some of the useful links that I have learned over the years. I'll be sharing this so you will get it all. So now let's move to what is a good LinkedIn profile.
Anshuman, before you go into the LinkedIn profile, tell us a little bit about you, man. But you've been doing this for a long time. I know this is, you gave us tell us a little bit about your company and how long you've been doing it and about your expertise in this field.
Sure. So, being here in the US for the last, 24 years now. Out of that, I was in operations in my early stages of career. After that, since 2011, I have been running my own company called Optimism Global, which started as a staffing firm, but now I have a specialized in executive search firm. I generally do, placement in the salary bracket of $140,000 to $250,000 a year kind of people. I don't do any H-1Bs, so please don't ask any questions on that. I won't be able to help there a lot. And during this period, so mine is a contingent search firm. So, I get a work order with other companies and we compete for business. And the company who places the resource gets paid by the company who hired them. So LinkedIn for the last 4 years have been really good for me. And I feel all professionals should be out there. It is a great, hiring platform. But other than that, it is a great talent platform. So all type of talent, all type of customers are on LinkedIn. So thank you, Ravi, for mentioning that. So I have prepared a checklist. So how many of you have what we call a professional picture as a headshot on LinkedIn? Okay. And how old that picture has been? Recently taken, 5-7 years old picture?
Less than a year.
With a pet, So what I will do, I will again share this LinkedIn profile checklist, and then you can run a checklist with your current LinkedIn profile and see where you are or not. And then some of the things which are maybe missing in your profile, please go ahead and change that. It will dramatically change the results that you will be getting in connection requests, or when you are trying to connect with somebody else that you want to do business with or want to be in their network. So real quick, I'll take it. I have divided it in various sectors. So general profile photo, and how the profile photo should also look. Then how you have made your summary section of that. And there is a lot to LinkedIn, 30 minutes might not be enough. It could be done as a workshop where I can, so, in the next part, I may even want to, with your permission, look at 1 or 2 profile and go and guide from there, or I can take you to my profile if you guys are interested, and we can talk about that.
Most definitely. We are going to schedule you for that. So are you planning to do that next time, Anshuman?
Yeah, we can do that.
Right. Excellent. So this will
And
be a
then
one, and that'll be a 501.
Great. And then if you really go, I have prepared.
You're not on full screen. You want to go full screen? Your thing is like 2 divisions out there.
Oh, okay. How do I go full screen?
I'm not sure.
View.
Control L.
Full screen mode. Control L. Yeah.
L. Okay. Now can you see my full screen now?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the perfect profile blueprint from your picture to what to do and what not to do is in here. If you want to just assimilate this by reading it, that should be okay. If you want me, I think I'm better off taking you to my profile and tell you why I'm doing this, or maybe one of your guys' profile, because there's a lot of information what to put and what not to put. So how do you like to do it, Ravi?
Why don't you share us your profile? My profile is dangerously bad. I know that for a fact. So
Yeah,
go through your profile.
Go to your profile.
And then walk us through it. And then perhaps next time I'll take your tips, clean it up before I get back to you, which is a sad thing to say, right? Because if it's or you can take a look at my profile too. It's Ravindra Kondagunta if you want. So take a look. But your profile, let's start with your profile first, Anshuman.
No, let's do both. That way, I will be able to tell you the differences. Okay. So again, is it a full screen to you guys, or?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Oh, so I think it is Ravindra, right?
That's correct. Ravindra Kondagunta. Ravina, R-A-V-I-N-D-R-A. No A there. D-R-A. R-A-V-I-N-D-R-A Kondagunta. N-D-R-A Kondagunta. There you go.
Okay. So couple of things, like this real estate that you see behind your picture, Ravi, it is an expensive piece of real estate. So you should put, or everyone should use this space. So now if I show you mine, then you can see the change. So if somebody stumbles upon my profile, they know what I do. My name is here. What type of services I provide is listed here. So, this piece of real estate should be optimized to put the things that you do under Traction Lab, Ravi. I think that will also index for better search results on Google. Now, people who are not on your, first degree connection, if they want to connect with you, they will have to send an in-mail to you after a few, easy clicks. In-mail costs about $1 per in-mail. So people are very particular about sending in-mail that, to which person they should send it to. If you are a seller of a product or services, and if you want your customers to look at you, I would highly recommend to put your contact details up there. So if I take you to my profile again, here is my email, here is my phone number, and this is the link to my website. So people don't have to send or use one in-mail, because for even for some of the premium account, like Sales Navigator, I think they only provide you with 50 in-mails. So 50 in-mail will go out very, very quickly. So if you put your contact details, again, this is a searchable thing. People can find you with those keywords on what you're doing. Okay, so your about section looks real good, and Ravi. You have talked about your company, and then you have told them how much experience you have and what you have been doing. So this piece is good. you may even want to, because you have 2,000 characters to write under the, about. So you may want to take the, your education, because there is a separate category for that, or a column or a placeholder where all those things can go in. Activity is very, very important, and activity should not be just, liking an article. Here I see, Ravi commented. Commenting and sharing is very, very important. If you are sharing something, please put your notes. Just don't share, because if you are just sharing, you are helping the person who originally created the content. But if you are putting your comment, or if you are putting with your remarks, and then you are sharing this, hey, a good read, this is a good article because of X, Y, and Z, and then share, people will start following you. Okay, when we go to the experience section of yours, change the word self-employed. You can put your title, because any business owner is a self-employed person unless their company is listed on a stock exchange. But if you put self-employed, you basically giving an image that you are a very, very small company. Okay, how many of you can make what Ravi does after reading this sentence? A boutique innovation commercialization consulting firm focused on helping organizations bridge technologies into next generation pipeline.
Everybody, say that. Come on. Anshuman, you have strategically got speaker window there and not got everybody in the gallery there. Everybody raised their hands and said they understood that. Sorry. No, Anshuman, I was just kidding. I know that seems to be a... Sanjay Dal has raised his hand, so he understands that.
So basically it should be focused towards who your customers are, because if they are looking for something, like an industry vertical maybe. I know, Ravi, because you and I talk so much that you are industry agnostic, but at the same time you have to give people, not try to find information about you, but it should be high up there. Some of the things are here that delivered innovation consulting project to Cisco, Intel, Siemens, AT&T, Verizon, General Motors, Ford, Nissan, Renault on a schedule. If I read this and I am looking for an innovation leader who can help my $1 million business, I will not even dare to call you or message you, because you do projects for Cisco and Intel and companies like Siemens.
But that's the whole point, right? That is it.
No, but I will be afraid of calling you because of your rates, because of whatnot. But as I know, you are helping smaller companies also, but that doesn't get portrayed by that statement.
Good point. Good point, sir. See, that's why we have you on as an expert on this channel right now. So. But it also, I thought, gives legitimacy, right? I mean, but good point. Yeah. Good point, Anshuman. I'm not trying to.
Absolutely, but if there is a statement, have experience in delivering innovation project to Cisco, Intel, Siemens, and then my target audience is $5 million to $1 billion company. So if I am in that range, this certainly gives you legitimacy, as well as it gives you that you are high up there. But it also tells the prospective customer that you might not be for them. Your services are too high end.
Good point, sir.
So for somebody like Manish Bhadia, if he says, and if he's delivering project for Toyota and some of the larger company like Bank of America and all, so another person who wants maybe a smaller Microsoft project may not even call him that hey, you're too big.
Got it, sir. Good point. Man.
Got my point over there?
Yeah. I'm making notes, man. I'm furiously making notes. I'm already on page 3.
Consult with me. I'm selling my services here.
You know what I tell Zina Dahlia, right? Every time I hear that, put your contact information on the chat side so that people can connect with you. But hey, I'm not going to waste your time here. Please go down, see this thing. Let me know what else. That way, this is a very good example, right? Show us yours, Anshuman. Show us yours and see where that goes. I want to take a look at some examples.
Okay, so activity, more followers need to be there. The more follower you have, the more display of your services you can do in front of them with content. One thing which is missing, Ravi, here is I don't see any Traction Lab related documents like your marketing document or anything like that. And there is a space for that. So let me take you to mine. So obviously here I have identified what I do, how people can reach out to me. Then when I go here, they exactly know currently hiring for our direct clients, and these are the technologies that I place people in. And then there is a link to my career page. And I can customize it to any of your profile, like, for Manish, you, for Anil, you, even for real estate, whatever it takes. Then here is my, what makes me legitimate. I have done business in Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, blah, 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 but this is what I do. Now, under the featured, so these are my marketing collateral: healthcare recruitment, workforce solution to help power your growth. So people thinks in images. So if you have an image going there, they will certainly pause and try to look at the image and understand something out of it.
So which part, where did you have this? Between activity and?
Yeah, so it is, when you are creating your profile, it will say featured and you can add as many as you want. So, keep recycling that.
Cool. Okay.
So that is just below about section.
Got it. Every day we learn something new.
Okay, under the featured, and you can very, very easy, to add new stuff over there. Like, the PowerPoint that I showed will go up here. So it is a fresh new. So this dashboard, I cannot see your dashboard unless you give me the permission, but these are the numbers that you guys should be looking at. So if you are on your computer, I would like to log into LinkedIn and tell me some of the numbers, Ravi or Anil or whoever.
Yeah.
Zina, you are pretty active on social media.
Yeah, I have 443 that's reviewed my profile, 8 post views, 15 search appearances, but I also have a company helping me with LinkedIn marketing right now. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And at times, because you are also delivering the services, so obviously you need an expert to manage that. And these services are not that very expensive. More so with our connections with India, it can easily be done very, very cheaply.
Yeah, but
the more search appearance you come, and I will tell you, why my search appearances are 426, because I have written here that, I am an angel investor. So this is the keyword which brings people to my profile.
So Anshuman, I have a question.
Sure.
See, I have a 328 views profile and 135 post views.
Okay.
But search appearances are low, 100.
Okay, so let me quickly go to your profile and do a quick why you are not coming up in search appearances.
That is assuming you want to be seen as an angel investor also, right? I mean, it's what you want to be seen as also. Numbers are not the only thing.
Yeah, so the company that you may want to hire, they can do a search on what keywords you want to be found and how many people are searching on that and what real keywords they are using, and then they can put those keywords in your profile.
Yeah. See, yeah, corporate, right? I mean, the word important thing in my thing is corporate also. So I got it.
So Anshuman, if somebody's profile is not good, then is InMail is the game?
People will not send you InMail. InMail generally salespeople use to make a sale or try to generate a lead, and recruiter will use because with the RPS I get about 700 InMails every month per account.
That's a lot.
Or 250 InMails per account. So and I have 5 such accounts. So it is over 1,000. So and my InMail return rate is 33%. And there are certain ways of writing InMail. If you are at 10 to 12% on a sales pitch email, I would consider it very, very good. But it should be telling about not about you, but what the pain points of the customers are. If the InMail has those pain points, people will read it, and they might get in touch with you also.
Right.
So InMail is that outreach that you do when you're looking for somebody, when you're looking or trying to connect.
Yeah. Or Ravi, if you want to connect with somebody that is on your second or third level of connection, obviously you have to send an InMail. So the idea is that when you are sending an InMail or a connection request, it should not be without a message. Always put a message when you are trying to connect with someone. Make it personalized. Some of the canned messages are, hey, I looked at your profile, it is so beautiful, or it is so I'm impressed with your experiences and I would like to connect with you. Nobody wants to connect with such kind of emails. It has to be either very unique, like if both of you went to the same college, or something that is dear to that person that you want to connect. Then only they are going to respond to your email. More questions, I think question and answer would be the best way to do it.
No, but go ahead, man. You're talking about, let's go through what you did is very interesting. You're going through what the key sections are of LinkedIn, which is very interesting, right? So that's what I think we are learning from this. Over the next 5 more minutes, show us some more, tell us some more, and then we'll open it up to questions and answers. It's about 4:45. We have 5 more minutes. So what other sections are important in this?
Then how you write it, even if you want to be recruited, then your profile under your experiences should talk about, obviously about your experience, it should talk about, but in a way what you bring to the table rather than a backward or a passive looking profile. Many people, what they do that, they try to put their job description as their experience, and those are no good. Just the title, you should put some tangible and identifiable result. You are a technology manager, for example. Now if you are writing that I am a software engineer with having 20 years of experience, yeah, that's good, but it doesn't give me any recognizable results that you have achieved. I have experience in managing 200 people at an multi-million-dollar project for companies like X, Y, and Z. That is valuable, because if I'm looking to hire your services and if I read that kind of a statement, it gives me a gauge or a matrix that what you are capable of, because the rest of the things are already very predominant just with your job title. Software engineer, project manager. Okay, yeah, you are a project manager, you are managing project. So it shouldn't be repeating in nature. The real estate is very, very expensive over here. Anything that you write over here. So it should have, more impactful statements.
Awesome. Those are, I will come back to you with good questions there, man. I'm telling you, you gave me some very, very good pointers. Any questions from the panel? Why don't you type in chat, or, I mean, this is an open mic. Anybody has questions here? Wow, Zina, nice
Yeah,
picture
so
there.
Zina, on your, I would suggest that just put your company email so that, people can start reaching out to you without using email.
Interesting.
Saying you might put my
Anshuman,
email up here at the top, right, Anshuman?
Right.
Yeah, right here,
Yeah.
Anshuman, when you click on the contact info, the blue link underneath the photo, what do you get there? Because I thought the email address.
I will get the contact info because Zena is my first level connection over here.
Okay.
Now let me take you to some of my second or third level
I
connection.
think what Anshuman means is it'll minimize the outreach cost, right? So it reduces friction.
Right. But I was under the impression that as long as I had my email address under that contact info, people can see it.
But they have to connect with you, right? If you're not a 1, 2, 3 connection, you will not see them. You'll not see them.
No. You can see the contact details of the first level connection only.
Right.
Second and third, you won't see any connection, any contact info.
That's a really good tip, Anshuman, with the email up there. Thank you. I'll make that change tomorrow.
So, it has really worked for me. People send me in mail, and I know exactly from where they put it. Took the email because it is right next to my face.
Yeah.
They don't, even for the first level connection, they don't have to go to 2 additional click by looking at my contact info and all. I don't mind people calling me, so I have kept my cell phone number also. If any of you have 800 numbers or a Google number that you may want to put, just go ahead and put it. But Zena, your profile looks good.
Thanks. I just had it optimized by another company. Look at it and they make some changes.
This is good, and more so, it should be. The more connections you have, the more outreach you get.
Ishman, I have a question.
Go for it.
Actually, could there be instances when somebody doesn't want to be known? I mean, you want to be known to some people, but not the others. Some people misuse your information.
Yes.
Like I wouldn't want my tenants to look at my profile and know everything. So what do we do?
So for that, you can have a basic LinkedIn profile of yours, but then you can have your company page, which talks about everything else if you want. But it all depends, Ashokji, if you want to conduct business through LinkedIn.
Right. The other quick question is that every week or so I get emails saying you were in 10 searches, 15 searches.
Yeah.
What does that mean, that people searched on my name?
No, they are not searching on your name, but there is something on your profile which is coming up in the search, and they are sending it to you. If you look closely, it says click here to look who is searching for you. As soon as you click there, it takes you to a page for a payment view that it will only show 1 or 2 connected searches that you can see who looked at your profile, and the rest, if you want to really find out who searched on you, you have to have a premium account.
Yeah, it goes and says upgrade to premium. It doesn't show anything.
But it may be that they're searching for real estate investors and your name pops up.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's useful.
Yeah. So if I look at your profile again, your picture is here. You can use this space if you want. You have only 334 connections, and you don't have anything under a specialty, but maybe because of your profile that you don't want.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't keep it upgraded.
Ashok, don't feel bad. It's equal opportunity discrimination today from Anshuman.
That's why I wrote in. I wrote in chat, egoless watch.
I know, I saw that. I appreciate it. Sanjay already raised his hand, and yeah. But hey, the star is. I'm just kidding, right, guys? Obviously. Thank you, though, Anshuman. This is the reason why we have Learning Mondays, right? Otherwise, last time, a couple of weeks back, Manish was so helpful on Microsoft. right? And today, LinkedIn. This is brilliant. Absolutely. And we are hoping this is the 101 course. So hopefully we can have you back, Anshuman, in a couple of weeks doing doing a 501 course, right, for us once we have all these things up and running.
One question.
For
Are we done or we
No,
can
no, no,
take
we're
it?
done. We're done. Go ahead, man. Open mic.
So when we have social media, there was a way to have social media like LinkedIn get feeds from Twitter or Facebook. What do you suggest on that? Like have a Hootsuite doing parallel push or push from Twitter to LinkedIn, that kind of thing?
No, Hootsuite parallel push is good enough.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you
More
guys
so
use
if you
you guys use a
are posting
terminology
2 or
out
3
here.
times a day.
You guys used a term out here. What is Hootsuite?
Sanjay will answer that. Yes, Sanjay.
Hey, Sanjay, welcome back, man. Good to see you on Monday.
I want to make sure that Anshuman is telling the facts and not bullshit. I'm sorry.
Where is that Seinfeld? Hang on. Where is that comment from the thing?
I realize you're recording this session, man. It was a little too late to realize it. Sorry. Can we go back and change that a little bit? Oh boy.
No, that's okay. This is
I know from my experience with Hootsuite, because the question was from Anish whether Hootsuite push out is okay or posting direct to LinkedIn, correct? Was that the question? Yeah. I know, so I do 2 different forms of social media on LinkedIn. I set up my Hootsuites for the week, and then like all of my social media posts for the week. And then whenever I post to Instagram, which I do more detailed posting to Instagram, I do more kind of like video production, I'll copy and paste it to LinkedIn. And I noticed lately that those posts get a little bit more views, but it could be because they're more video or, you know what I mean? Like it could be that. So
Video is always engaging, especially if you have behind
any-
the scene, then people want it.
Yeah, any picture or video, just to give you an example, our brains are wired to, look and understand only images. We don't read, if I say India and Taj Mahal, the image of Taj Mahal will flash in your eye, in your brain. This is how you recognize things. So, the video, I think Sanjay will attest to that, video, and don't post anything without an image.
Yeah. I mean, I think more and more social networks, they won't say it, but if you post there, if you share the post by logging into the network, so if I'm on LinkedIn and if I'm sharing the post directly, be it a video post or image or something, they always prefer that over a post that comes directly from a Hootsuite. I'm not saying Hootsuite is not beneficial. I mean, look, a lot of people use it. I use it too, but I'll probably use it if I'm going to share a lot of content and I don't want to think about it. It's all scheduled up and it's good to go. But, lately what we're also doing is actually logging into each social network, be it a Facebook, Instagram, etc., and then sharing the content directly, because what we found is when you do that, you end up getting more views.
Yeah.
And obviously views equals engagement. The more the views, as Anshuman said earlier, the bigger the engagement you end up getting. So, but videos, yeah, and if you're going to share videos, one of the things that people are doing is make sure you show the text, below the video, as you're saying things. Because a lot of times people are watching the videos at work and they don't necessarily want to have the sound on, but if the text is going at the bottom, it does help. I don't like doing it, but I know it is effective. People do that. So
apparently in Zoom, that's searchable also. So you can get minutes using that. So I was listening to a call today where they said, turn that on. And after Zoom calls, you can actually get a transcription of your entire meeting, which is pretty amazing.
Yes.
Right. Which is pretty powerful. Right. So now you have a transcription of it and stuff like that. So Zoom is keeping a lot of our information and helping us out too. So which is awesome.
Yes, so Zoom has added the transcript feature now, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Transcribe and get a meeting minutes summary and stuff like that. So you have names associated with it and stuff. I've not tried it out, but that's what I heard today morning in a call that I was with my with the automotive group. So anyway.
So my closing statement on LinkedIn, and that matter of fact, any social media, is that, if you're creating your profile, uh, use a professional help and get it at least reviewed. There are many services out there. I don't recommend the people who say, update your LinkedIn profile for $39 or $99. It will never work. It is a lot more work than that. Generally, what those people will do is, will analyze your profile, send it some snippets of that, and then try to sell their services. Within the TiE community, we have marketers almost in all of the TiE chapters. If you want your LinkedIn profile reviewed by me for charter members, it's free. Sanjay Dalal is there, great marketer. He's our marketing chair. You can talk to him, for your marketing services. And I think he has some discount for TiE charter members also. But
you do Sanjay? Discount?
Everybody gets free help for me, man. everybody on this call.
100% discount.
Look, I mean, I think content is half the story, though. Don't forget, right? I mean, sharing great content is important, but what matters is what you do with it, after people engage with you. So I think a lot of people forget that.
Yeah, and
so I will give you a rule. If you do 10 before 10 on LinkedIn,
that's a good rule. Yeah,
so it will help you tremendously.
What is that?
I know
what is
people
that?
who have once again.
What is that rule?
What is that 10 by 10?
10 shots before 10 o'clock. No, just kidding.
Yes. So now you need to call me so that I can tell you what is 10 before 10.
It's a great rule, actually. Yeah, I forget. Anshuman, why don't you tell? I think people are too curious now.
Okay, so 10 before 10 is that, try to connect with 10 people before 10 a.m. every day.
For 10 a.m. Oh.
Wow, I was thinking 10 p.m.
I get up at 10 a.m.
Log into that. Look,
you get up at 10 a.m. Balaji, I'm telling you, you get up at 4 a.m. man. Markets.
He's lying.
I'm just kidding.
No, and here is the thing. Think of it. If people have sent you a message yesterday during their week, hours of work or late in the evening, if you log into 10 before 10, you will look at that, you will respond to that the same business day almost.
True.
So there is no delay. And then it will prompt you to search for some profile that you may want to get connected with and send 10 connection requests. Have some canned messages ready. If you're doing a run on alumni of your college, then just do that and have a canned message for that and send those in-mail or connection requests with a message out.
Good tip. And by the way, Sanjay, thanks for that little tip, man. I'm going to incorporate some of these changes right away. I like that statement too. I like the word growth though, so I have to figure out growth in corporate because early stage, it's the scale up that is more focused, right? It's not the early stage creating the tech, right? It's focused.
Yeah. I was just a suggestion.
Yeah, absolutely perfect, really nice. So I wanted to appreciate that
because I think to what Anshuman said, Ravi, that and I saw the tagline. What was it? Somebody who else you showed the tagline, Anshuman, besides Ravi?
Zena had a very good tagline, right?
Yeah. The tagline matters a lot because that is your number one search on LinkedIn. Whatever you put on the tagline gets indexed into LinkedIn search. It's as simple as that.
Right.
So that tagline, you can't just say see you at Ogoing because the chances of somebody actually searching or see you Ogoing, I mean, heck, I would like to say that'd be great if people are just doing that, but not there yet, right? So not until you arrived. So until then, you need to let people know who you are and what you do and how you help them. And I think so that tagline matters a lot. Yeah, I think Anshuman had a decent tagline. Even in his tagline, he can add a little more things about how he helps local companies, etc.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
point. And I appreciate that. Listen, guys, this is fantastic,
Before
right?
we
This is
close,
awesome. Thank you.
Ravi, Vivek got his LinkedIn done by someone. So Vivek, was it something that I told you that you didn't know before, or I was only 80%?
I think what you shared was the overall way it should represent, and that's really good. What I did was I got somebody to look into it and refine the language for me.
Okay.
And the way they did was they went through uh, the whole language in a way where people should be able to, the keywords should appear in the searches and all those. And I looked at other people's profiles to really change the picture, the background, just like you were sharing. But I got a lot more ideas from you. So mine was more on the word smithing part of it, how I can translate my resume in a way where uh, it's at the same time it doesn't look like a resume, but at the same time it appears in people's searches and everything. Like I posted my link here, so if you want to have a look, you can quickly have a look at it and get an idea on it.
Yeah, you can share. You can't share. Sorry.
It's on the chat, right? No, but he can share screen. He can share your screen if you wanted to.
Yeah, I can share this.
I liked Anshuman's idea on the banner image with
the beautiful idea.
I did. That was brilliant. Yeah, that I think most of us don't do that.
Right.
Yeah, and that is a piece of real estate that we are not using it.
Yeah. I have the big ongoing logo. I mean, it looks shiny and great, but now that you're saying, yeah, I think that.
Yeah, Vivek, share your screen. Let's do a quick review. Oh my God, it is already.
Oh wow, look at that. Next stop, the future. See, already I can imagine. Yeah.
And then all of this, which were
right.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
Go to your summary. Yeah, I'm a seasoned information technology. Okay.
So, and what are you targeting? So whenever I think about LinkedIn, right, your personal profile or your professional profile is targeting a kind of role or the kind of client that you're looking for, right? Yeah. So you are targeting from this particular standpoint, you are targeting ITP. So the IT suite is what you're focused on. Is that correct, Manish? Vivek, sorry.
You're right. So I'm targeting more around companies with professional opportunities there. But at the same time, I'm bringing in this aspect of like I'm a coach who is a mindfulness and emotional intelligence coach. And if people are looking at it, it gives them an idea that, hey, when I'm doing the coaching and all of that, uh, and bringing those expertise, it's coming from real world because I have a professional background also. But my goal is like in next couple of months, I would have a separate page for my company and start referring to that page more clearly here. So at the same, so it's like a little bit of a thin line for me because a lot of my work people also come here and look at it, and I have my job also. So I'm just trying to find a good converging point where people can look at it and say, "Oh, this is what he's doing." But I do get a lot of visits, even though I'm not visiting it every day, and I don't have a premium subscription. So in that sense, I don't know who all are watching my profile. But every time I share, I see a spike in the number of people who are looking at my profile and all of those things.
So if I can comment on your about section, just one thing that I saw. Can I, Vivek?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you see here, I'm a seasoned information technology consultant and intelligence coach with 20 plus years of IT leadership. So you have made that statement. Now in the second paragraph, again, you start the same way. Currently, I'm the information technology services manager. You only have 2,000 characters over here.
Right.
And then for AT&T, they will look that under your experience. You don't have to write that over here.
That's true. Yeah.
Because they will scroll down your experience, So if this space can be used of the quantifiable results that you have done in the last 20 years, more recent one in the last 2 years, 3 years, you know, in terms of people that you have managed, in terms of budget that you have managed, that will attract a recruiter like me if you are looking for projects.
Anshuman, Sanjay, I have a question for you guys. This Vivek's profile, he writes in, you know, first person perspective. I am. Generally, I was always told to write it as a bio. So write it from a third person perspective, like, you know, Mr. Sinha is doing this or something like that. Do you guys have a preference? Does it matter? What's your opinion?
I would suggest first person is more good because it looks like you are writing it rather than somebody else has written it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think unless, I'll second that, unless you arrived, do first person.
Got it.
So I think I've seen very few profiles with third person, and I think typically it's done by people who, you know, they're well known, you know, like I would say Bill Gates of the world, if you may. Although I don't know how he has put it, you know, I'll be curious to see what he says on his profile. But definitely, I would say the first person for most of us who are still, you know, I would say under a certain size of business, it makes sense because we are still out there selling, right? If you're out there selling, and if you're out there looking for new customers, you know, where your selling matters, then it should be first person.
Okay.
I think we lost Anshuman.
Yeah, we did lose him quickly. I don't know what happened here.
What happened?
Ravindra is there.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm now the host, which means I'm all powerful. But I did lose. I did lose. I do have I have one half of the producer gang, so I'm not all powerful, but I'm there.
Did you lose
And he has Yoda as a background too, so you know, he's really the producer. But let me connect with Anshuman. But I know we are 10 minutes over, guys. Did we have anything else before I tell Anshuman? I'm just.
Is Vivek there or did he leave? Sorry.
I think he disconnected himself by mistake. Hang on.
Oh, he also
No,
disconnected.
Vivek is here.
Okay, no, Vivek, so one thing on your about, I think same thing with your tagline. I think that first 3 lines are very critical. But if you look at LinkedIn, when people look at your profile, it shows the first 3 lines and then it says more. So whatever you want to tell them, those first 3 lines are super critical.
Got it.
I think everybody is so busy, right? I mean, that punchline is whatever message you want them to take, call to action, etc., should be in that first 3 lines in your summary, the about section. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
It's also a lot of computers pretty much more than humans. I think. I mean, we look at profiles and stuff, but I think it has to be computer friendly also. That's why I think you use those keywords so many times, right? That's why you use those words repeated.
Anshuman is back.
Yeah.
Anshuman, welcome back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know what happened.
I have no idea. You know, the
What I did was
Go ahead.
Yeah. The one who actually created this, he creates resumes professionally and also LinkedIn profiles. So I gave him the resume and he converted it in a way in the breakout in the sections. And the goal was it appears more in the searches, right? So as people search for it, just like Ravi is saying, through most of the searches are done through AI or bots from a recruitment perspective. So that's why he said I use those wordsmithing in a way that you are.
No, I will give you my perspective on that, why keywords are important on a resume. If you are looking for projects or employment with larger companies, the search goes to a recruiter. There are 2 types of recruitment. Either they are recruiting through a recruiting company like us, or their internal HR recruitment team is looking for that. The internal HR recruitment team doesn't have any initiative or incentive to look for the best profile out of the 200, 300 profiles that they received. So they run it through a keyword search And unless you have the keywords which are listed on the job description, are listed on your resume, you don't even get a response back from them.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Thank you for suggesting Sanjay also. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sanjay and Anshuman, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It has been a very, very productive day. This is the reason why somebody commented also. This is the reason why I love learning Mondays, according to Zina Dalia. So that's what I like too. Balaji, welcome back. I know we did not say hi to you, by the way. Hopefully,
I came late, but I was there for a while, but I couldn't I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear you, but I cannot talk to you, or my video was not there. I don't know why.
You know, we have producers, man. I'm telling you, you have to send them some videos before they accept it. So you have to, no, but seriously. And I have been having some computer problems, my camera problems. So we'll figure that out next time. I really appreciate everybody joining in. That's all I had for today. Unless somebody else wants to chime in, it is adios, amigos. Okay.
See you guys. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Adios, muchacho.
May the force be with you, Anil. Love it.
Yes. Happy Star Wars Day to everyone.
Guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anshuman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.